gentleman who's a dear friend of mine. He's helped me immensely, and he's been a consultant to some of the biggest companies in the world. Here's a guy that started literally from nothing, but back in the early days of the web, he was already the guy that was, writing some of the first CD-ROM games, did some of the first Mac games that existed, went out and became the guy that set up all those initial websites for Sony and for Columbia TriStar and for Fox. The guy that's managed or helped some of the largest business in the world, 3M, Domino's Pizza. But he's also shown people how to get started from nothing. And I know that's what he's probably most proud of.
If you know that there's a next level for you and your business, and if you know that there's a creative upper limit that is calling you, but you're stuck in the day-to-day working in instead of on your business, you need to accelerate your superpower. GPT-3, which is all the rage right now. It's the latest chatbot from OpenAI. ADD plus AI plus Adderall equals the ultimate capability amplifier. Prior to this, we didn't have the tools, we didn't have the time. It frees us from so many limitations because you can have it do an enormous amount of research quickly. This is a time machine for people who are curious and expansive-minded. I think it's a great time to be alive and completely reinvent and rethink everything you do, mend the nets, compress the spring, and rethink who you are and what you want to be. And ask yourself, how many lost opportunities in time will you miss if you hesitate? And what happens to you while your competition takes action before you do? And I believe it's your turn. It's your time. Grow your business and turn your unique superpower into category of one brand.
Hi, everyone. How you doing? Thanks. Thank you. Well, first of all, Ken, Fernando, Adam, thank you so much. And the entire production team here, they're rock stars. This is really an extraordinary place, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here with you today. So I hope you're ready to have some fun. Ready to have some fun? Yeah. All right, good. Do it. And this is interactive. We've got some cool things. We've got books to give away to you. We've got worksheets. And my favorite part is we're going to be doing some improv. So this is Brad Costanzo, who's my better half in terms of AI things. I'm married, just for the record. But he is a real genius. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some prompt engineering together today. So my first goal is to entertain you, get you thinking about AI. I'm going to be hanging out here afterwards to answer any questions you have, and I love just making things up. That's the business I'm in now. So, you ready to rock?
Yeah. Do it.
Oh, and by the way, everything's being recorded, it's being transcribed, it's going to be followed up and sent with you along with worksheets, and I've got a whole bunch of guides. So if you're inspired and motivated, we've got team building tools for you as well. So with that, let's get rocking and rolling. I'm going to begin with a little video. Does anyone recognize who this is? Anyone? Anyone? Well, maybe you'll recognize her after you hear the voice. But this is the original video in English.
Hello and welcome to Time Genius. I am so excited and honored to be on this journey together. I also want to say how much admiration and respect I have for you. You know, a lot of people talk a big game about wanting a better life,
Okay,
but
so this is Marie Forleo. She's kind of a big deal. She does a lot of personal development stuff. Oprah's worked with her. But she called me up and said, hey, I want to go international. I want to go multilingual. What can we do? Well, she sent me this video, and I imported it into a tool called HeyGen, and about 10 minutes later, this is what comes out next.
Hola y bienvenido a Time Genius. Estoy muy emocionado y honrado de estar en este viaje juntos.
R, not too bad, huh?
Admiro tu determinación.
Very nice. But then we say, how about a little...
Bonjour et bienvenue sur Time Genius. Je suis tellement excitée et honorée de faire ce voyage ensemble.
Pretty good, right?
Je tiens
All right,
également
how
à...
about this?
你好，欢迎来到 Time Genius。我非常激动和荣幸与你一起踏上这个路程。
Okay, this is a tool called HeyGen. It's literally import video, upload, output Hindi, German, Polish, Portuguese. In a moment, I'm going to show you a tool that we've developed on this platform that does full marketing where you answer some questions and it follows up with machine-generated audio, video, hyper-personalized. It's mind-blowing, okay? So the world of education and training is forever changed. I think the whole notion of linear training is already dead. It's just the world and educational system hasn't figured it out yet. And it isn't perfect yet, But 2 months ago, it couldn't do this, okay? This is basically, a lot of the technology that we're living with right now is about a year old, even though the infrastructure, the pipes for AI started a long time ago. I mean, technically in the 70s, but there's more. But this, again, is a tool called HeyGen. So you can do text to video. I'll show you some examples in a little bit, and I'm going to ask for a victim. I mean someone I can work with who will actually build something together, all right? So a little bit about what to expect today. I'm going to give you our top favorite AI tools and strategies. And it's not really 5. It'll probably be more than that. And again, we're going to be doing some hot seats. Real life, real world AI business demos. I'm an implementer, a marketer, I've built and sold 5 businesses of my own. Now I just create businesses. I have the attention span of a gnat, and I flunked sensitivity school. All right?
Welcome to YPO.
Thank you. So we're going to do hot seats. Once I lay down the infrastructure, the whole goal is let's build a business together and see what AI can do. So who did the survey ahead of time? Anyone? Anyone? A few of you. Someone didn't read their emails. It's all right. This is one of my favorite things. We've been doing this lately where we're building bots in real time that learn your voice, can capture the essence of your brand, and write a year or 2 worth of email in about 2 hours. And that, by the way, it's on your docs too. But that'll put you in a WhatsApp group just for this group. It's temporary, where all the stuff that I talk about today will be loaded up there with the transcripts, okay? So you can get it anytime. I'll give you lots of opportunities. Next up, how to multiply and commercialize the value of your IP. I'm going to share something with you. I call it the trillionaire mindset, and I have a little follow-up video with you as well. I believe we are in the moment where trillionaires are going to be created in a fairly short period of time. And if you're wondering how or why, that's the whole point of the exercise. I'm going to show you another example of how to 5x your sales team's results. We worked with a real estate firm recently just using a combination of some AI tools that are easy, commercially available to analyze sales behaviors and improve the speed of follow-up and the speed of communications. Because every business suffers from a messaging issue. It's like, what's the story you tell to a prospect to get them to raise their hands and say, yes, I've been looking for someone just like you, or a business just like yours. How to build an AI team. You're going to see that. I'm of the strong opinion that we all need either an AI officer in our organizations or a fractional AI officer. The whole idea is someone to interpret and work with you and interpret what you're saying and make it real with this technology. So part of the exercise when we work together and do the hot seats is you're going to see how an AI team works together and thinks together. Again, everything's being documented. I have another thing. So raise your hand if you're feeling a little overwhelmed right now, or a lot overwhelmed. All of us. So how do you consume information, absorb it, and turn it into something usable and real? And so I'm going to show you a hack that I use every day. It's how to consume 30 hours of content and absorb it in 30 minutes. And then finally, again, I'll put this up multiple times. You can scan it to get the WhatsApp group. You don't have to do anything, but if you want all the stuff and you get inspired, that's where it's at. So I already told you a little bit about Brad. This is, I've got some of my team is listening to me live right now. They're actually in the WhatsApp group, keeping track of everything that I promise or I make up today, so you get followed up with. But Tom Lambat runs our training and systems. He's Chief AI Officer. There's Brad, there's Sammy and Joe, and we've got some other ones as well. That's their whole job, is just interpret in real time what people want and make it real. And again, I believe right now that one of the best things you can do is just learn this technology and these strategies. And well, this is, I asked someone to make a little audio for you to tell you a little bit more. Here you go.
Hey, YPO, it's Scarlett Johansson. Mike's wife, Vivian, warned me you're about to experience a fire hose of information. Mike is going to move along real fast, but don't worry. He'll give you his notes, scripts, and tools so you can share them with your team. Get your phone out now to capture the screens and take lots of notes. Okay, Mike, you sexy beast, get to work and call me for drinks when you're at the Emmys next week.
No, that was not Sarah Johansson, for the record. And what I just shared with you is the upside downside, right? So that was incredibly easy to clone. And I'm not going to spend time. That'll be a cocktail hour thing if you want to talk about the downsides of AI. We all know the writer's strike, what happened in Hollywood right now. It's a scary time. I come from the point of view that we live in an incredibly abundant time right now, and transitions are difficult. And so I'm a delusional optimist. I spend my time with delusional optimists, and I'm delusionally optimistic that we have an opportunity to create immense wealth and opportunity. And I'll give you one tiny example. So my son, Zach, who's 21, he's been going to CU Boulder. If you have a kid who was raised during the lockdown, you know how incredibly painful it was as parents. It just sucked, and we've got a lot of medicated, nervous, anxious kids and anxious adults, and he really, really struggled big time. And when he needed to find a way to earn some money while he's going to college, he called me up, and I never give him money. We've tried our best to teach him the benefits of value creation and entrepreneurship, which I believe is an international language of peace. But he said, what can I do? And I said, if you'd like, let's write a book together. And I know a few of you did the survey, said you want to write books, and that's one of the exercises we can do. But make a long story short, I gave him some prompts. We wrote a book together in a week. Now he has a business creating AI books with AI audio, meaning AI audiobooks. And we can demonstrate some of that technology for you, but he's earning about $10,000 a month right now as a brand new, fresh entrepreneur. And I believe right now the best thing we can give our kids is teach them entrepreneurship when they're 12 and 13 and create value instead of becoming an indentured servant to a questionable system, all right? So, again, I'm a delusional optimist. And there's another thing that's really important. If you follow Peter Drucker, business has two basic functions, marketing and innovation. I can't help it. I love to market, I love to sell, and I love to use tools to do it. So I'm going to show you real life examples that have done just that. And just want to let you know ahead of time, the tools I'm showing are built to generate revenue. And again, we've already talked about this. Aaron Biblo is online paying attention to the chat group. So I'm going to begin with a little case study. Now there's a few of you that I spied on ahead of time, but is there someone here who wants to write a book or create some sort of content and go through a process with a really cool AI tool? Anyone? Anyone? Can I pick a victim? Come on, don't be shy.
What do you mean? What do you
do? I'm going to do an interview. So thanks for asking. Okay, come on up here, Mark. So there we go. Here's a guy. Now, first of all, no, I'm not going to do that to you. I was just going to say something absolutely inappropriate. But why don't you come up here and we'll grab a microphone. Do we have a microphone, Ken?
We do indeed.
All right, we do. So we're going to use a tool called the Oasis. Do you want to fire up Oasis here?
I am.
Okay, this is the tool. And why don't you stand
over here by this?
Yeah, why don't you stand over here close to the mic. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pitch and describe your book, the audience you want to reach, the outcome of the book, and I want you to talk a little bit about like the content of the first chapter, what you want to put in there. Just do like maybe a minute or two. You ready?
Okay.
So you ready to hit it?
So the book would be called The Reinvention Prescription, and it's basically designed to have people who own companies to look at a way to take a blank chalkboard and reinvent your company in the world in which we live in today, looking at manpower, operations, how you present yourself, and do it in a modern sense where you can do most of it automated with less human capital.
Great pitch. All right. Nice and short. So here's what's happening. And once you go to rewrite options, Brad, while it's doing its little cranky doodle.
So the first thing it did is it just gave us a transcript.
Yep.
Now it's explained like I'm 5. So these are preset prompts that are already in there, and you can make up your own. It created a song. Got a company that's feeling stale? Need a way to set sail? The Reinvention Prescription is the key to take
We'll
your
drop it
business
into
to the next
Suno in a second, okay? We'll make it do it.
So
Get Scarlett to sing it.
Oh yeah.
okay, here's an outline, the reinvention process. Here's a professional email. I'm writing to propose a book titled The Reinvention Prescription, was designed to guide business owners reinventing their companies in today's world. Here's a blog post. It just did. Here's the transcript. Now, if you wanted to do something else, you come up to rewrite options. You can come over here, do a pitch deck.
Yeah, do a pitch deck, elevator pitch. Good. Scroll up. Do a summary. Click on that one. Yep. And then let's see what else.
How about a TikTok script?
Yeah, do that. But then do the New York Times article.
All right, we'll just stop with there. We don't want to.
Yeah, and then let's see, interesting quotes. Do that, and then hit done. So, and you can, by the way, it's pretty easy to create little mini prompts, but now every time I want to talk to someone, I talk to Oasis, and I have it summary. I brainstorm with Oasis, and it does everything and creates all the follow-up content.
Wow.
Right?
So it's got a handful of interesting quotes here. It's got in this groundbreaking new book.
Go back so they can see it. Go back. There.
Wow.
Interesting. You liking this?
Crazy,
That's
man.
freaking awesome.
In the groundbreaking new book, The Reinvention Prescription, renowned business strategist John Smith delivers a powerful message to today's corporate leaders: adapt or be left behind. And you can see here's a TikTok script. Hey guys, so I just finished reading this awesome book called The Reinvention Prescription. Let me tell you, it's a game changer. Here's a summary. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to introduce our latest venture. Now, here's the pitch deck. It gives you what should go on the slides. And this was a few moments of him talking. One of the other awesome ways to do this is if you're fleshing out ideas and concepts for whether it's content or for anything else, you can speak to it inside the Oasis and then have it flush this out. You can send it to your team or you can take it and create what you want. But talk about a time saver.
It's insane.
Yeah,
Okay, just for the hell of it, why don't you grab the transcript and pop it into Gamma real fast. So I didn't intend to do this, but I figured what the hell. You loving this so far? Okay.
Unbelievable.
And then let's drop it into Suno, and let's mock up a book
Gamma
cover.
or Suno? Which one do you want?
Oh yeah.
Say Gamma first.
Oh yeah. Do Gamma first.
Okay. What do we want to generate?
This is what it's like to be inside a beehive of ADHD.
You're about to see. Well, do you want it to create a presentation or a web page?
Let's do a presentation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to detailed.
So we're going to write for business owners. That's
so
good.
we can generate, condense, or preserve.
Let's
brief,
generate.
medium, or detailed. Write for business owners. Tone, forward thinking. How about this?
Entrepreneurial.
Entertaining.
Oh yeah, do that. That's good.
And funny, because why not?
Yeah.
We're here to laugh.
You're a funny guy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do some images. Let's click down to images. So basically you can say generate new images with AI. This is going to create all the pictures for us. Why not, right? All right. And image style, let's do, who's your audience? Business owners, founders?
Business owners.
Are they
YPOers.
Okay. YPO, members, and entrepreneurs and founders.
Yeah. There you go.
We're asking to describe the image style.
Oh yeah. Image style. I'm sorry. So business, professional.
Bold, dynamic, energetic.
Boom. Good job.
Hey boy,
See how that
catching
works?
on quick, right?
See?
Yeah, it's good.
I love this.
All right, format, presentation, document,
yeah,
web
we got that.
page.
It can even do a website.
Okay, so we'll pick a fun
Which one of
little-
these styles do you want over here? What one kind of would light your,
That's a pretty one.
well, let's ask Mark. What do you want, man?
Keep going. Scroll
Yeah.
down a little bit.
Come
Give me
on.
something more bold. Let's try that one.
Okay, back.
Go up a little.
Up. Well, look at where he's pointing.
There you go.
That
Try
one.
that
See
one.
that? Yeah.
See what that
That's
looks like.
pretty. Well, here's the good news. If you don't like it,
I
we'll
want
do it
the eye
again.
candy to look good for the room.
All right,
I
you
like-
ready for eye candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, check the shizzle out. I almost said a different word. I flunked church too. All right.
This is insane.
Yeah.
But you couldn't use this, right?
Well, I'll tell you,
Depends.
you can. This is royalty free. It's generating everything. Every picture that's making that. These are royalty free. They're generating these images in real time for free.
But then you didn't write the book.
No, but the AI, here's what I think of it. Think of this as a first draft partner who never falls asleep, never complains, never sleeps.
So you can
doesn't
edit
ask
it.
for a raise.
You can edit it. Yeah, you can go in all of these things. I can go in here.
So it's kind of like
It's a brainstorm
created in
buddy.
America, but not built here.
Imagine sitting there with an assistant who's a great graphic designer and
get it.
copywriter.
Yeah.
This is your assistant.
But you legally
Can you?
Yeah.
you can use this, and if you edit it, it's
Yeah.
your own work.
That's right.
You have to reference the fact that it was also generated through AI.
That is up to you. So here's what I'd say. Who's like a famous artist who used to draw pictures on top of soup can labels?
Warhol.
Yeah, okay. He made art. Now, I'm not going to argue the ethics.
I mean, you started
and all
with
that.
somebody else's can.
You could, but this,
Yeah.
you got to remember, this is all came from your mouth and it's using generative AI, and I can explain more about how it works behind the scenes.
Yeah, without getting too nerdy, it's not, a lot of people think it's going out there copying something from the web and pasting it in, thus plagiarizing. That's not how generative AI works. If you've ever used your phone and you're going to text somebody and you start to see words pop up, like it's predicting what word you think you're going to do, that's basically what's happening with ChatGPT times 1,000.
But you'd reference it in the preface.
I happen to, I'm full disclosure, I always say I work with AI. Absolutely.
Yeah. Otherwise,
But you are under
I still have
we
humans
just fired
edit
the
my
CEO
books.
of a major sports publication because these guys were issuing articles that were done through AI.
I say anytime you're deceptive.
Software that actually detects this stuff, say this is AI.
It's not that accurate.
There's no human behind it.
First of all, it doesn't work.
Doing that as well.
It's not accurate. Somebody uploaded the book of Genesis, and it said that there's like a 95% chance it's written by AI, which is a whole other philosophical, question. But
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, anyone?
yeah. But I would look at it like this: you are under no obligation to post that. You can, but it's also like if you were to hire a ghostwriter to work with you, you could give them credit. You don't have to.
Right.
There are situations like if you try to write a book and then put it on Amazon, Amazon is using AI detectors, and
But
if they think
it's an
it is,
interesting juxtaposition because if you're
really
writing
is.
a book for people to modify old-fashioned business structure to a modern day, it would actually work, fall in a sewer, come up a plumber. It would work to your advantage to actually say that this was outline generated using AI techniques that you then added your own special sauce to.
Right.
It actually would work to your advantage.
Yes.
So again, I think of it as your first draft partner. And again, we could go deep into philosophy. Here's what I want to do. I want to do more tricks to inspire and keep on rolling. Cool?
I love
Let's give Mark a big round. Is that awesome?
Tell me about that translation stuff.
Yeah, isn't this amazing?
Thank you.
Great job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it. I'll take your glasses too. I kid. All right. You ready? Ready for some more? Hi, Stephanie. This is Stephanie. She'll be taking photos tonight. All right. This is one of my favorite thought experiments. I call it the trillionaire mindset. And again, these are just intended to get you thinking about a more abundant future where we can create more possibilities. So I think the place to begin is if you think about the Industrial Revolution, an immigrant could come to America and become a millionaire. Amazing. And you wouldn't have to be born into money. You wouldn't have to steal it, i.e. be a government or a politician, inherit it, okay? And the internet brought about billionaires, whether it's Musk or Jobs or Gates or the list goes on and on and on. It was possible to create many force multipliers. Again, I look at it and say, where can an immigrant create $1 billion or more worth of value? And it's happened in many countries since. I believe AI is going to create trillionaires, and I'll explain why as we go through this. So, you think through a millionaire mindset, there's a lot on the screen, but if you think about it right now, like that little tool, what we just did with Mark a moment ago, or what we'll do with you, I promise you can sit down with off-the-shelf scripts, tools that are free or very cheap, and teach employees or yourself how to create content that is valuable, that increases and improves and gives you more time back, okay? To the tune of 8 hours a week is absolutely reasonable. So if you had an extra day a week, how much additional revenue could you make? I think you'd have to be, like anyone can make 20% more. I think it's reasonable to double revenue and productivity using these tools, especially when you start stacking them. Fair enough? Okay? And right now though, typical EBITDA on a business, you're getting a multiple of EBITDA if you sell it. Even if you increase your revenue, it doesn't necessarily mean you're increasing the value of the business. Just more money, more productivity. So that's one way to go. Now, one of the things that my team and I do is we talk to a lot of business owners and say, hey, what's the number one challenge you have? And then we create little scripts and prompts that speed those up. So podcasting or creating a training program or HR, we could sit down now and say, I want to create an HR program for the roofing industry that ... and it'll create an outline. And we could even have an artificial actor and an artificial voice talent make it. You could literally build an entire training program in a couple of days and never enter a studio. Okay? And you don't have to be particularly bright to do that. Now, will it be awesome and perfect and great? Hell no. It just won't be. It's not great, but it's a good first draft, and it's easy for the human brain to look at something and improve it. Getting past the blank page is the hard thing to do. And we can discern whether something is absolute shite or it's great. Well, anyway, these are a whole bunch of little playbooks we create. So we created one for creating a signature talk. Again, Brad in a couple minutes, and we can pick someone who will actually build an entire marketing plan from an idea or a quick conversation for you just to show that this is true. And if you think about it, well, if you could clone yourself and have 3 of you in your organization or your key person, how much more could you generate? I think I made my point. So Brad, why don't you bring up the example of Jim and Jamie Shields. So this is a client we've worked with. They're in the build-to-rent business. And using a combination of tools that I'll demonstrate, we improved their sales 6x this past year. They sold 16 homes as of 4 days ago just using some of the copy. Now their pain is, copywriters are expensive, they're fickle, they take a long time, and we built a bot that produced a 52-week marketing campaign in 2 hours. And we could actually build one with you and for you during a 10-minute example. But why don't you just scrub through this? Is this the one you wanted? Oh yeah, pardon me? Say it again?
I said, we're toast.
Okay.
We've been replaced.
It's not about being replaced, it's being
augmented.
enhanced. All right, so here's what we did, by the way, and I can give you the prompt to build one of these. But we describe the business, keep on scrubbing up, and by the way, instead of the family board meeting, do the other one, because that's for the business. This is for, so they wrote a book.
Is that this one here?
Yeah, that's the passive income yeah. So basically, this is the prompt. There's the description.
Zoom out just a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh yeah, good job. Shrink it up. Yeah, it's good. Scrub up. So we describe the business.
Brain dumping basically into it, everything you have.
Yep. Tell me about your business. Okay. Now tell me who your ideal client is. They're a high income earner, lower wealth. Their core objections. So we just talk to them like, why don't people buy? Here's a list. And then the description, I want you to act as though you're an expert marketing consultant in the description, blah, blah, blah. Okay, keep on scrolling up. So this is what we call stacking a prompt. And you get used to learning it.
This is a 125-page document, so.
Yep. So then we gave it an instruction to write the emails. And once you do this or you copy it, you can do it over and over again. So then, yeah, just scrub up. So it built a list of all the weeks of content. You can scrub up and then just start showing the body of it.
Because this is basically an overview, like on week 9, this is your subject and this is your basic content. Now, that might be good enough, but not in the past.
I usually ask it for 5 subject lines, and I pick the best one. Okay?
So here we've got like different subject lines for every week.
We asked for 5. All right, so we scroll up. And then it ends up producing all of the content. So just recently, like in the past 60 days, OpenAI came out with what are called GPTs. Think of it as like apps for your iPhone or whatever kind of a phone. And now you can build, instead of having to prompt and respond and have a conversation with this thing, you give it an instruction once, and then you basically say, now write it for me, and it just does it. And you could upload like your last book and say, write like me, but I want you to write about this, and it can write in your voice. All right?
Probably the number one thing we get requests for is, can you make it write like me?
Yes, exactly. And the tech keeps on getting better and better and better. Okay. I'll do a question. Go ahead, let's, we gotta throw a mic. Can we throw a mic over here? I didn't even get through the first chunk yet. You having fun? Just gotta check in? Interesting? All right. Can we pass this back to you? I don't know your name, I can't read that terrible eyesight from here. Okay, yes.
Just a quick question, Kevin Kreiser.
Hi, Kevin.
So as you're like generating tons and tons of content, like all of the Googles of the world are like filtering all of this stuff out, right? So if you see how, if you just like look at how Google is now organizing things, it's all Reddit because it's all like user generated content.
Yeah.
How is that like playing into this? Because we see this a lot in our business, and we're just generating tons and tons of content.
Yeah.
But like everybody's getting smarter quicker because we're all generating thousands and thousands of pages of content. I'm just curious how you're going to combat that.
I'm going to take that on by I will answer that indirectly, and because part of the thing is I have a bunch of stuff that'll create even more value, but I will answer your question. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now let's keep the mic and we'll pass it around. All right. So I'm going to get through this, and then again, we're going to get to some more cool demos. Billionaire mindset.
What was that one?
Pardon me?
What app was that one?
That was just using ChatGPT and something called Claude, which I'm going to demonstrate more of. And again, it's all in the guide. So here's the billionaire mindset. So let's say we could multiply you. We'd create an AI version of you, so your employees wouldn't have to call you up and annoy you all the time and ask you the same damn questions over and over again. We could train it once, and we could take some of your key people and allow B or even C tier people to perform at A-level standards. Okay, so you'd effectively get 3 or 5 people for the price of 1, but it'd be more consistent. So, and then that's the idea of, the first one is Appify. This one would be to automate, and you'd create predictability through processes and systems. So the idea then is, if you go out and you sell your business and you have a more predictable business, your buyer is going to be more likely to pay more money for that, right? You get a bigger multiple of your EBITDA. So as an example, this is a client we work with. They get presidents elected. They're in the business of doing elections. They moved over to now working with businesses. They got a lot of really cool strategies that have worked for getting, so they've gotten a president, 88 members of Congress, 14 governors, 15 senators elected. And really smart, interesting people, but they came to me and said, we kind of want to get out of the political world. We want to work with real businesses. So we built a bot that helps ask questions and then writes McKinsey quality reports that are highly customized for that individual based on the content they produce, okay? So they're really, really pretty. And the name of the company is Reinvent Faster, by the way. So, and in a moment I'll show you a bot that we built that generates deepfake video and audio that's highly customized to you. But so imagine right now if you had a tool. So one of our biggest challenges as business owners is, how do you communicate to a prospect in a way that is absolutely about them and for them in a message compatible way? You know, usually the founder is the best storyteller in the organization, or your best salesperson, replicated so you could follow up in less than 5 minutes with audio, with video, with print, with web, so you can book calls faster, and that individual already knows what you're about and how you can help them, right? So the whole idea then is, that is a way to increase your revenue. It's like, what are the key things that are holding you back that we could Appify? So the trillionaire mindset is this. Now we all, as founders, have some sort of secret sauce that made our business great. And I'll just give you a real life example. It's better to show you an example. So this is a guy, his name's Ed Cartoony, and he's one of 16,341 franchise automotive dealers in the United States. I didn't know there were so many, there's a lot of them. Now when we met, we had identified 8 key things that made his business better. He sold $2.3 billion worth of cars as an automotive dealer. That's a lot of cars for an auto dealer. Over 500,000 transactions. So we went through, and when we talked, he said, I want to find a way to use AI and automation to have more time to create deep connections, trust, and engagement. In other words, how can we be better humans with AI, create deeper, more meaningful relationships, do more human stuff, and have machines do machine things? So we went through and said, well, what made his organization work well? Mindset, selling more, increasing profit, upsell, cross-sell. Over 60% of his revenue comes from referrals and repeat buyers. So one of the key things that most auto dealers would say their problem is the pre-buying, the during, and the after-buying experience. In other words, humans are more likely to talk to a chatbot and tell it the truth than talking to a human, because as humans we're afraid of being manipulated or judged. So the bot won't judge you, even though you know its purpose is to book a conversation so you can go test drive a vehicle. So if you had a tool that help you before and during, the during process stinks, the paperwork, and the after, which is help me schedule an appointment so you never have to be on hold and wait in line and not get someone to call you back. So the idea then is, imagine by building that tool, which right now could help his organization, which normally needs 5 to 8 pre, during, and after buying specialists, which cost an average of $80,000 to $120,000 a year, who are inconsistent. If you had a bot that did a lot of that, so now you could spend more time on the floor with real customers. Bottom line is, you have a lot of dealers who would pay $10,000 a month for a tool that did that. It'd save a ton of money and you'd sell more stuff. Seems logical, right? Well, there's 16,000 dealers out there. He could get 100 of them to pay $10,000 a month. So that's 1.2 million in monthly recurring revenue times 12. What do we got? What is the multiple of a business that is SaaS-based? In other words, it's SaaS service-based. You're talking 10 to 20x, okay? You got a $100 to $250 million company with 100 customers paying you 10 grand a month. So this is how trillionaires are gonna be made. It's leveraging your IP and having the courage to step outside of your little business and say, I can help 100 or 1,000, okay? So now, when you start stacking that, and you think about the tools that we all create together and we share, this is where trillionaires are gonna be made. Make sense? It's my opinion anyway. So, moving right along, having fun?
Yeah.
All right, just checking in. Here's a couple ways I think AI gives you an unfair advantage and what we're gonna do. So one of them is how to use AI effectively. Sometimes it's just having a conversation. It's being willing to put on your youthful mindset again. How to think in AI, that's part of our experiment we're gonna do together. How to prompt, some of it is just having a conversation. How to stack the prompts. How to choose and use AI apps. I'm gonna give you a list of the best ones we use. And then how to integrate AI into your business and life. So, I'm gonna show you a quick example, and I'd like to work with someone in the audience again. So, I'd like you to raise your hand if there's something you wanna learn about, there's a problem you wanna solve, or something that's annoying you right now that you wanna learn more about and be able to delegate to someone to do for you. So, if we have a microphone, raise your hand, pass it around, and I'll start by giving you an idea. But one of them for me is, I don't like checking my email ever. I have my assistant do it, but she still misses important opportunities and then responding in my voice. I find that annoying. So I like to find a bunch of solutions to do that. I'm also interested in music and guitar playing, so I like absorbing that. I consume a lot of stuff about AI. So give me an example, just shout out. What are you interested in learning about right now? Anything. You, Morgan. Hi.
I'm interested in learning about how to create a better workout routine and diet to get really healthy this year.
Great. All right. So let's start there. Best workout routine and diet 2024. So I happen to believe right now, I don't do social media at all. I find it to be a filthy wasteland, and I don't lick toilets, so that's why I don't go to Instagram or TikTok or any of those. But I do trust YouTube over the rest because in general, it's harder to fake. Creators, you can see them, you can build a relationship with them. And so this is usually where I start. So let's say, for example, that was 1 year ago. Nope, that looks like a commercial. That doesn't look popular.
Well, I just went, I'm doing filters. But
Great,
here
that's 5 years ago, morning workout. Best success for men over 50, 2.2 million views.
15-minute video.
Okay, any of these look interesting? Nothing?
Well, for the sake
let's pick one.
Well, how about for the sake of the demo? Because I think
you can do it a Beachbody. Good job.
I think we've already got it loaded up, and for the sake of the demo, we said unless you want to do a live one, like how to get your emails. Basically.
Yeah, do that.
So you're gonna see. I think it's done. All right. So here we go. This was the video that was up there.
Let's just show it really fast. You were no fun, Morgan. I'm just kidding. It's fun. It's giving me a hard time.
So this was.
Do you want to just pick one? Let's just go for it.
I get a lot of emails as a.
Well, here's this one.
All right. So I'm going to explain what I do every day, which is I go out and I find really interesting things that I think are interesting. So if it was a workout routine, I swear to God, that's what I would do is I'd find some of the most popular, probably medium to longer episodes that are 20 to 40 minutes. They're usually higher content value. And I find one that looks like it's got a high number of views from a creator who's been around a while. But I don't want to watch something for 40 minutes. Even at double speed, it's 20 minutes of my time. Okay? So I just grab and I share the link. And there is a plugin called Vox Script. And there's a little link to doing this. And it's what's known as a plugin. So just show everyone where the plugins are. Everyone here, who has not used a plugin in ChatGPT before?
So here's one little thing. Plugins are part of ChatGPT Plus. It's a $20 a month subscription, which is pretty much the cheapest software price in the world for as powerful as this is. But it allows you to get a lot more out of ChatGPT, a lot more functionality. So if you're only using the free GPT-3 version, this won't be available. But for $20, it really enhances it.
All right. So here's what we have. We paste in the link to the video, and then I have this prompt which I gave you, and I'll just tell you what it is. I want you to summarize this video into bullet points with an ELI 5 explanation of each key topic. ELI 5 just means explain it like I'm 5. So this is how you can sit down. If you want to learn about Fusion, or you want to learn about any technical topic, explain it to me, followed by a list of every website link, prompt and description links, and any resources or books mentioned in the video, then follow up with an SOP process, standard operating procedure, that describes how to do everything in this video, step by step, in a fashion that I can share with my executive assistant to do for me, and then include an email with a catchy subject line requesting that my assistant learns this process and starts doing it for me in a positive voice. All right? And it says, do not stop to ask me to proceed, finish the task with it, because sometimes the prompt just says, I don't want to add it, and it starts complaining. You got to hit it with the stick before it starts doing that. All right? So you paste this in.
When the robots take over, Mike's in trouble.
Yeah. Here's what I know. They're not keeping track of it. I'll be dead before they are. So this thing starts talking to Vox Script, and then it spits out a summary, and it talks about how it did it. Okay? And you can go on, here's what it does. Here's a list of all the links, just like I asked for. Here's the descriptions. Keep on going, the resources and books. Here's the SOP process. And then the email to the executive assistant. Okay? This is what's called a prompt stack. And just like talking, you learn how to do this really fast. And that now there are GPTs, they're like little apps. The App Store for OpenAI just opened up, was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday. And
now these are like free. You just click, add, and start doing stuff. So in a moment, we're going to build an entire marketing campaign from scratch with one. Okay? Interesting? Yeah. All right?
This is one of the most useful tools just personally to learn things. Like I spend like 30 minutes just going through YouTube videos with this. Learn, then get to work.
Yep. So what I do when I get up in the morning is I find 5 or 10 interesting videos that I want to learn something about that are going to apply to a client. And I think, how can I solve someone's problem that's going to create at least $10,000 worth of value per hour? That's my filter. And I have someone in mind. And then I just go through it, paste in the prompt, boop, 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 and actually open up multiple tabs, or I do this on my phone. So by the time I sit down in my office, I'm already inspired, I've got some ideas, and there's a high probability I can delegate this to someone on my team, and I don't even have to do it. And I save the SOP. Just copy, paste it, send it to my assistant. Okay, getting any ideas? Even you, Morgan? You hate this stuff, I can tell. All right. So again, that link is in the guide. I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to do a little hot seat again. So I want you to raise your hand if you have a sales team, if you sell anything at all. Is there anyone who doesn't? Okay, most likely we do. So the question would be, what if you could dramatically improve the sales effectiveness of your worst performers and get them as good as your best performers? That's always my outcome and goal. Let's start there, and then we'll worry about getting better. And something that's pretty difficult and annoying to do is sales sentiment analysis. There are some AIs that do this, but this is one that I basically built in about 20 minutes that did a really good job. So here's what I start out with. Young man who I was advising hires contractors in the contractor business, and normally in that business, it costs about 120 grand a year to have a decent HR professional. And a lot of these organizations can't afford one. So he's got a service that costs $1,500 a month, and they find and hire and pre-educate the individual they hire. It's a good deal. And they had a pretty good lead generation process, but they weren't closing. I mean, it was less than 10%. He called me up, okay, what should we do? So I said, why don't you send me 10 of your sales conversations, which I said, do you record them? He said, yes. And so they sent them over. And this is the prompt, okay? And I'm going to describe it to you because, again, it's a stacked prompt. And I'm using a tool called Claude.ai. It's free or super cheap. The prompt is review the following attached call logs, analyze them for sentiment analysis, and determine how to make each of these sales conversations more effective based on phone and Zoom-based sales best practices. Then analyze all the sales conversations to the workflow and process described in the attached Punchy Elephant book. So I wrote a book on how to sell. It's how to sell even if you don't like to sell. So it analyzed this through my process and my voice, and then create a full report and analysis that can be shared with the founder from me, with a step-by-step what you should do next, okay? So that's the book. Now this is what it looks like inside Claude. So I just pasted in the prompt and I uploaded the transcripts from each of the sales calls, okay? This is using a tool that's $20 a month.
And so, I don't know if you really explained, Claude is like kissing cousins to ChatGPT. The functionality is like 95% similar, slight variations in what you can do, but it's not like a dramatically different thing.
That's right. So if you just see what happens, so it says, here's an analysis of the call logs, recommendations for improvements, and report in my Koenigs voice. So here's the key issues I noticed, and they were really accurate, by the way. Here's some recommendations to make it better. And then it created a step-by-step list of how to improve and what to do, okay? So you can literally, right now, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Claude, pretty much knows most of human knowledge. You just have to learn how to talk to it, right, to give it some instructions to get something useful out of it. But then, and it also produces a different report every time, including a sales call SOP. So just for the record, if I would normally do this manually by hand, it's at least 5 hours of time.
Mike?
Yes?
So it's ingesting a book you wrote.
That's correct.
So that it's seeing this guy's stuff through your lens.
That's exactly right.
Like giving him this doesn't feel like just basic AI.
Yes.
It's actually from your learned experience.
Yes.
Got it.
Enhanced humans. Yes. This is how, again, you can take your IP and amplify it. So if you didn't hear that, what, I don't see your...
It's Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
What Brian was saying is, this was using my wisdom, my knowledge, my experience, expertise, looked at everything through the filter of Mike, ingested it, learned it, and then sent an email written like me. And the God honest truth is it did a better job than I would have done absorbing this information. It really would have been several days to produce something that good. Now the truth
Plus,
is...
there's no gaps in the comprehension.
Right.
It takes it off.
Yeah, I mean, one bad day and I'm off, right? So this provides consistency. So I see this as being your first pass. So it's remarkably easy to build something like this. So do you have something in mind, Brad, to do with this, or do you want to move on to another
we can move on. I was just pulling it up so they can see
great.
What it looks like. It looks exactly like
Yep.
ChatGPT.
So I'll give you some real life examples of what we're doing right now is, this is my doctor. I do a lot of life extension, health extension stuff. So I'm a cancer survivor, 12 years. And so I had to nurse myself back to health. My wife used to run Deepak Chopra's marketing. So we were kind of immersed in the integrative alternative space. And this guy who's really good has a scaling problem right now because he talks to patients, he gets blood results, takes them an hour and a half to review, and then provide a recommendation and close. So we've been building a bot that knows how he thinks. He can upload the blood reports, and it does about an 80 to 85% good analysis, good enough so his people can look at it and fill in the gaps. So again, this should double to even triple the volume of people they can onboard with consistent results. And this can apply to any business where your secret sauce is important. Okay? And it's not that hard. Okay, now, I make a point of not swearing in my presentations, but I asked this guy to tell you something. Does anyone know what FAFO stands for? Anyone?
Around and find out.
Oh, look at you. So, thank you, Sabrina. You're the best. Oh. So, anyway, the most important part of using AI is just playing around. So,
what does FAFO mean? Mike shouldn't be swearing on stage, but no one told me I couldn't. Fuck around and find out. You aren't going to lose a job to AI, but you will to someone using it.
That is really my opinion. So I have an experiment we can do. There's a couple of them. So 2 big takeaways I'd like to do is, for someone here, if you have a business you'd like to create or some marketing materials, we can actually produce a lot of marketing really fast. And if you'd like, we can also, I'll show you how a bunch of this technology is combined. I'll demonstrate a platform that we built that does effectively writes copy, follows up, and does it with multi-channel, multimodal information. You want to do a demo?
Sure.
Okay. So here's what I'll tell you ahead of time, and all of you can try this out. So it's something you can do on your phone. So you can do it with me. Whoever we choose, this is going to write a detailed report. I will ask for your email address in it, and I'll ask you some questions about your business. And with your permission, I'll show you all the other stuff it learns about you, because it's actually going to look you up and find some information. That will not be shared. It will be edited out of anything that's in here. So it won't go outside of this room, but I just want you to be comfortable up front. So who would like to be my victim, and we'll do it together? Want to do it? Come on up. It'll be fun. Come on. All right. All right. So go in the back end.
The back end or the actual?
No, not the, yeah, just the tool. So we call this a marketing machine. And we'll begin. Hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Noah.
Hi, Noah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Have a day.
Have a day.
That's an old, was that Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew.
It's great.
Yeah. Evocative.
I like it.
Yeah, it reminds you of like an 80s concept, but it's totally different.
It's great. Is this a thing you have, or is this?
It's a client of ours and sold millions of them, but yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, right away I was like, God dang, I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah. It is evocative. Good. All right, well, Noah, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to just ask you a couple questions. So I want you to pretend for a moment. I'm going to have you put on 2 hats. One of them is imagine someone coming to your website or being able to reach out to a prospect who wants to learn more about you and your business, or they saw something, they're responding to an advertisement, or you could do it like we are, consultatively. And we're going to just ask Noah some questions. So first of all, it's Noah. What's your last name?
Flam.
F-L-O-M?
F-L-O-M.
Okay, good. Noah Flam. So, by the way, if you want, Brad, will you just quickly play just the first chunk of the video?
I want to blow your mind, and I want to show you how AI can dramatically increase your sales and follow-up. My name is Mike Koenigs, and I want you to imagine that you had a 24/7, 365
Point is,
AI
inside the stream, this could happen through WhatsApp. It could happen through any platform, and it could be multilingual as well. All right? So we type in Noah Flam. Great. Hit enter. Why don't you do a command plus just in case? Okay, what's your business email
Can everybody
address?
see this okay, or blow it up a little more?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right.
Business email.
Business email, yep.
Noah@d.com.
All right. So the next question is going to say is...
do you want me to play the video? I mean, it basically...
Yeah, we don't need to play the video. It's cool. The whole idea is I like multimodal. I want to talk to you. I want to listen to you. Soon you'll be able to talk to this as well. So why don't you pitch your current business? Tell us what you do and who you don't even have to do who you do it for. If you're doing a 30-second elevator pitch.
So we create extraordinary experiences for brands.
We have a mic.
In real life.
Here you go. Okay, great.
Thank you. Do you have any other, would you like to
tell me a little bit
contextualize that more?
What makes you unique, special, different?
So when we conceptualize the brands, and we try to create real experiences, we try to do it in evocative ways that touch as many of the 5 senses as possible.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. I like it. All right. That touch, okay. Evocative ways, all right. Would have done the senses, that's kind of cool.
I like the 5 senses
That's very
part too.
hooky. Yeah, well, we're gonna come back. We'll be able to do more. Okay. So crafting evocative real-life experiences is an art in itself. In this creative domain, who is your perfect customer? So know how it paid attention to what he said and even how he said it, and it's responding. So this has been taught to respond with rapport, okay? So who is your perfect customer?
A perfect customer would be a consumer product company or a innovative technology brand like an app.
Okay, and of a particular size, what's the minimum revenue and the ideal revenue ranges?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of $15 million to $250 million.
B2C, B2B?
B2C.
Okay, great.
Consumers facing.
Okay, great. Let's start with that. Let's see what happens. Okay. Next question is, with your knack for bringing brands to life in such a vivid manner, especially for those innovative B2C players, what's a big opportunity you'd love to capitalize on to generate more impact, income, and freedom?
Yeah, great. So I have a extraordinary space at the Super Bowl that's coming up in Las Vegas, and we have a fully functional event at an amazing space, but we don't have the right brand partners yet to get the consumers excited.
You just got a couple of weeks, brother.
4 weeks.
All right, all right. Super Bowl is we don't have the right brand partners yet.
In one day.
Yeah, and who is the describe an ideal brand partner who you would love to partner with that you think would expand your reach and capabilities?
The best brand partner would be someone that has a brand that already feels sexy, super cool, very relevant, and has a celebrity partner attached to it.
That's awesome. Which, by the way, one of the things we could have been doing, this is great. You have that, Brad? Otherwise, let's Otter AI it next time around, because I have that link up.
Yep. No,
just so you know, in the background, we have Otter.ai, which is a real-time voice transcription service, and we could have just been listening and copied paste his whole response in there, so we didn't have to do it.
I got it for
okay, that's good.
90%.
Yeah, you're my Otter right now. You're a great Otter. You're the best Otter I know in the world. Let's give Brad an Otter hand. Okay, so great work. Almost 2 questions left. So, securing that prime spot at the Super Bowl in Vegas is a game changer. What's a big challenge or problem you need to overcome to achieve this big opportunity? Something that's particularly troublesome or limiting?
Sure. I don't have a lot of time, and I need a company that can move very, very quickly and make decisions fast.
Okay. Describe a little bit more about what that means. What kind of decisions?
The decision to partner with us,
okay.
Be able to utilize the name and the celebrity relationships quickly so that we can partner, market, and execute the plan.
Okay. That's good. This is great.
And this is a real thing.
Yeah. No, I like it. That's the whole point of this stuff.
It's
real,
keeping me up at night.
Real shizzle.
This is the 5% this week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So next one.
Maybe Apple Studios or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Dreaming big is the first step to achieving greatness. What was that?
No, you can't use APL.
See?
Well, we don't need a chatbot. We just need to do it at a meeting, apparently.
We don't even need AI to hook you up. All right. So dreaming big is the first step to achieving greatness. Given your aspirations for the Super Bowl in Vegas and the need for swift-moving brand partners, what's a big dream you'd love to realize this coming year, hindered by constraints like time, money, team, capabilities, or others? Let your imagination run wild.
Well, I don't understand that question.
Okay. So let's just say, for example, you get this big brand partner at the Super Bowl and someone reaches out and you're connected. Like, then what? Like, where do you want to take your business? Like, if you and I were meeting here 1 year from today, we're celebrating, we're toasting. You ever drink champagne? A little bit? Maybe it'd be Kool-Aid. A little Mountain Dew. But anyway, we're sharing a little toast. We're celebrating something. What happened where you'd be like, holy crap, 2024 was the best year ever?
So what happened in 2024?
Yeah. What's the big dream?
Not related to this particular.
It could be. It could be something bigger.
It could be personal, professional, just a big dream.
I think the big dream would be that we find an extraordinary partner. We go into Super Bowl, we absolutely crush it, and the branding, relationships, and press that we get from this has a lot of inbound people reaching out to us to then do projects for them in the future at our Kentucky Derby event,
3 more, 5
All-Star
more, 10
game,
more.
or next year Super Bowl is in New Orleans, which is my home city, and we want to go. I'd love to go back and just fucking crush New Orleans.
Oh yeah, I like
for Super
that.
Bowl.
How many clients do you want to get out of this?
5.
5. Let's put that in.
5, but 5 really good ones.
5 really good ones. Okay. 5 amazing. All right. Thank you, Otter. This is the best Otter ever. All right. Now.
We're almost done.
We're almost done. Okay. Now, there's one last question. This is optional. But what's the most burning question about implementing AI in your business? So just imagine you could have AI do anything, and you're just struggling like, where do I start? Where do I look it up? How do I find? What would you like to solve that you don't know how to do or you don't even know how to start?
I mean, it's tough because this is.
You got to talk ice cream cone.
This is tough because I feel like we're in the personal relationship business.
Yeah.
So I think the challenge for me is like, how would you use AI in a way that still feels super personal and connecting, rather than, I don't love emailing people. I don't even like Zoom all that much, but it's better than an email or a phone call.
Yeah.
But like, how do you do that where you can make those real, true, deep connections and connect like that you understand their brand and they understand and trust you?
Yeah.
But do that, if it's not just me or my team, but be able to accelerate that at a scale level like you're talking about.
Scale deeper, more meaningful relationships built on trust.
I got it.
Yeah, great. All right. Cool. All right. So this little thing's talking to us. Now it's looking up. Now you don't have to put your number in here, but the other thing that we're doing is like ringless voicemail, doing multiple forms of outreach, WhatsApp.
I'll give you my phone number. I don't care.
All right.
If this works, it
El
sounds
nombre,
pretty good.
por favor. Yeah.
So am I putting my
Yeah,
number?
your mobile.
Oh, 504 97 43.
Okay.
Everybody call him at once.
Nolans.
That's right. Yeah.
I like that.
Dude.
I love that place. So much
Okay,
fun.
we're putting the
All right.
final touches on your personalized report. Hang tight.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what's going on in the background while this little thing is doing its thing. So there's 2 stages. One of them, it's looking you up. Is that email the one you use for LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So ice cream cone.
Yes.
It's looking you up. It's finding information about you and compiling a report, and also producing some audio and soon a video using HeyGen. So the tool I showed you in the beginning. Now, I'm not going to make any excuses for it. It's a 2-month-old version. The latest version I'm going to retrain this coming week is even better. But what it did, it made a report. So let's see what it made for you. Let's click on that. Open her up. All right. There you go. Look at you. So grab your picture. So scroll up a little bit and play it. Let's play the audio. Yeah.
Audio first?
Yeah, let's do the audio.
Hey Noah, this is Mike Koenigs. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for your interest. I'm putting together a personalized report for you, diving into how AI can amplify the incredible work you're doing at ARC Endeavors. Your knack for creating those wow moments and your strategic approach to event production and marketing are exactly where AI can take things to the next level. The report will be in your inbox soon, so keep an eye out. It's tailored to your expertise in brand strategy and your impressive ability to execute events across North America. I've noticed your shout outs to Jennifer Cohen, it's clear you recognize talent and drive. That's the kind of insight that AI can enhance, ensuring you stay ahead in the event and marketing space. Thanks again, Noah. I'm excited for you to see how this AI-focused approach can further elevate ARC Endeavors. Talk soon, and here's to creating more unforgettable experiences. Best, Mike Koenigs.
That was a voicemail you just left me? In theory?
No, not yet.
No, but in theory, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So we can do voice, WhatsApp.
So wait, so instead of me...
Oh, microphone.
Oh, so instead of calling me, right, like that, you just created a pre-recorded voicemail that you would leave for your client, which
prospect,
which is me, right, in this moment. But then theoretically, that would do me leaving a message for a potential client for me.
You can automate every single outbound in under 5 minutes, and like it came up with stuff that you didn't even share with me. So what it did is it looked you up, and it understood contextually what kind of business you're in and how it mattered. It looked up some posts to create relevancy. So you're wondering, how do I create a deeper, more meaningful message? I could just say, hey, this is AI Mike. This is AI Noah. But I did do some research, and real Noah wants to talk to you. But here's what I do know about you and why we should work together.
Mike, but that's just draft one.
Yeah.
I mean, he can then change it.
Yes.
It's not like you're stuck with that, right? That was just your first draft.
Yeah. Now it's in 3 minutes, 30 seconds, you're going to see a video and a full report it's going to make about you.
Do you want me to play this video at all?
Pardon me?
Do you want me to play this video at all?
You don't have to. Here's what we'll do instead. So while we've got Noah, if it's okay with you, I'm going to show you the back end. Let's grab the data and build an entire marketing plan using that GPT you had while we're waiting for it. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I just want you to see how you can stack this stuff. So in the background, this is the little CRM. Now there's Noah. In here, it found go ahead, click on LinkedIn. That's a good idea. So it found him, grabbed his photo, and then there's the chat history.
Can you guys read this, or do you need it blown up a little bit?
Maybe do a command plus. It's a great idea. Great. All right, so we taught it. Yeah, scroll through the summary though. So we have the original chat. Click on the summary. So now it's summarized and learned about you, your big opportunity. Keep on scrolling. AI related. So now it found out everything about you, looked you up.
Is that your social security number on there?
Yeah. Now it used a data enrichment service in addition to LinkedIn. Yeah, keep on scrolling. There we go. Grab your picture. That's a great photo, by the way. It's fun. You got a Jaguar in there? Is that what that was? Okay, a Jaguar. Don't remember, what was the name of that damn Austin Powers. It was the tiger, but a Jaguar. All right. LinkedIn post.
This is, I like this part, the analytical insights. Because it actually, now it's taking everything it knows about you and it's providing an AI-based analysis.
You can't see, can you? Can you see? Sorry. Okay, that's okay. That's totally cool, Noah. All right. Yep, keep going.
Yeah, that's the bottom, but then...
All right, and then go up to the top right. So the other thing we taught it to do in the internal rating here is we taught it who our perfect client is, and it's screening you, and it basically said you're an 8 out of 10.
You are qualified to give us money.
Yeah, you're highly qualified, dude. Yeah, good thing I said hi. No, that was actually...
Yeah.
It's Morgan who did it. Morgan. Thanks, Morgan.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the internal rating, and like what we look for a specific size, the fact that you're involved in entrepreneurial networks. I found that belongers are the most coachable. They quick start mindset, personal branding, clearly founding companies, financial benchmarks, personal attributes. So looking that up and saying, hey, because you want to know the psychological profile of your perfect client, right? All right, any questions about this? Because you're going to see the stack in just 1 second. You want to go back and let's see how close we are to the report being done. Oh, there it is. Okay, so why don't you play the video?
Hey Noah, this is Mike Koenigs. You're in the business of creating those wow moments. And I see your big dream is to make a splash at the Super Bowl in Vegas. You want to find that perfect brand partner that's cool, relevant, and ready to act fast. I get it. You're looking for a game changer. And here's where AI comes in. It's not just a tool, it's your ally in personalizing experiences and making those deep connections with clients without losing the authenticity that's key to your success. My team and I can help you achieve that extraordinary Super Bowl partnership. Just click the book a call button on this page to discover how we can boost your impact, income, and goals. Let's make this dream a reality and set the stage for even bigger wins. Together, we'll ensure your brand experiences are not just seen, but truly remembered.
But wait, there's more.
Oh yeah, no, so scroll up, take a look at what it did. So and then it read this, so thanks for filling it out. It learned about you, keep on scrolling. And what it does is it goes through, okay, Noah, read about your big opportunity. So what it did is it looked at you and it said, here's how you can seize the spotlight. So the whole idea is, again, this is, go ahead.
What did you use to create the video?
Okay, so good question. So the video used HeyGen. That's why I opened up today with that tool, and we used an API to talk to it. So behind the scenes, what's happening is I taught this AI how to think like me, which is surprisingly easy, and it uses ChatGPT to analyze the data, look at it, and then it's kind of like a Lego construction
This is
kit.
a custom-built tool. This is not an off-the-shelf solution. This is custom-built.
And how much information do you have to feed it about yourself?
Okay, use the microphone. Here.
How much information do you have to feed it about yourself so that it
About me?
Yeah, about you. So
to learn and talk like me?
Yeah.
So here's all I do is I sit down and I gave it some of my past reports that I've written, and I talked to it just like I talked to Oasis. So, and I gave that report to my programming team, and they just took some of my reports, some of my documents, some of my books, and this is not programming like in the old days where it's line by line writing basic code or C. These AIs learn and do massive pattern recognition and learn personality traits. And it literally just, if all we did is took some of your phone sales conversations and fed it in, you can teach it. And it's unbelievably easy.
So ChatGPT is creating the content. You're feeding the content to HeyGen, and HeyGen is then producing the video.
Yeah.
Using your audio and your video.
And with some prompting behind the scenes that tells it
it's interesting.
to
Cool.
take this data, analyze it, speak in this way. So there is a degree of like custom, it's like, what's cool about this technology, like it's programming, there's a new language, but the language is not, it's English or whatever language you speak. So if you can think naturally, that's why they call it natural language processing. If you can think that way, it can build that. So you just have to tell it what you want and it'll understand the contextual things of what you are doing. And then on this, if you're reading, like it's going into detail in this report where it's like, it will actually go out and do research into the industry that you're in, and then it'll talk about your challenge. A study by McKinsey reveals that companies that, deploy AI in marketing and sales expect this. Partnering up for the Super Bowl spectacle, and this is all 100% customized for you based upon the context that you want. So it's like a very valuable report. And then one of the things, like Mike said, to use your imagination as you're watching this, like, oh, this is kind of cool. But you start to think about, well, do I have a business where providing customized feedback in a way like this, or a version of this, might be useful? Is this something that would serve my clients to get instantaneous insights, results, et cetera, on them? In some cases, maybe not, but in a lot of cases it does. And because it's so infinitely customizable, it's flexible, it's versatile, and it's really just limited to your imagination.
And everything you're seeing can be done step by step manually stacking these tools. It's just then you can start programmatically doing them. So this is why, again, going back to the millionaire mindset, it's just using prompts and scripts and off-the-shelf tools. The billionaire mindset is doing it once for you, and then, full disclosure, the reason I built this is I'm scaling it and licensing it. So, that's the mindset. I've got tons of people. This is their thought process now, is take your secret sauce and expand it and create that much more. I mean, you think about what you do brand-wise. What you do is really, really hard. Really hard. It's art. But there are parts of it that you could improve to scale more effectively. And if you got to the yes faster, that's where AI can help.
Right.
Right?
One distinction that made a big difference for myself, because I got overcome, we're sharing a lot of tools here. And what I call this tool overwhelm, I call it toolphoria. It's really exciting. It's like, oh my God, you can do this and this and this. And before you know it, you spend a week, or in my case, a month, going down rabbit trails of things you'll never implement in your business. It's not gonna make you money, but it's fun. And then so I had to stop and remind myself, no, focus, it's outcome, then workflow, than tool. So if you focus, we're all entrepreneurs and business owners and executives here, focus on the outcome you want, right? I want better relationships or better lead qualification. Then what workflow might it take? And if you don't know, that's where you can work with somebody who does. And then you add the tools. The interesting thing is there's 1,000 new tools, it feels like, every day coming out.
It's every week about 1,000 AI tools come out.
Since I have the microphone, I've got another question.
Yeah, go for it. And then I want to check in with Ken. How are we? Okay, great. Yeah, so we'll do, are you good if we do more hot seats and actually implement together? We can write a book together. We can do book covers. We can create some marketing campaigns, literally invent whatever you want. Good? Yeah. You having fun? Yes. Okay. Just gotta check in. All right. Who had the microphone?
Quick question. Quick question. So does Hey Gen? Because I was looking at ways to create AI videos, and I know that the Fortnite company, it's called like Real Human Creator or something. Is that what Hey Gen's using?
Yeah. So it is not. Let's go down the technical specific rabbit hole afterwards, if that's cool. But I love the nerd, but I want to just see where we can create something. Who wants to write a book here? No one? You guys shy? Hi. Someone else. Hi, Ken.
No, I'm just handing the mic.
Morgan wants to do something.
For what it's worth, there is somebody in the survey who mentioned that they were
I know, we already... We can play.
Darshan,
you and
I have been playing for a long time.
I know we have.
Grant Kirkpatrick wants to write a book.
Sounds like a yes.
Okay. Do you want to do one?
Darshan.
Okay.
Are you Grant?
Darshan wants to write a book.
Darshan? You want to do that? And then I'm going to have, let's do something with Sabrina. Is that cool? Darshan, come on up. Come on down. You're the next contestant on AI for YPO. Are you ready to go? Okay, you want to, here's what we should do. Do you want to do a ChatGPT bot? Do you want to do, which tool? You pick the tool and let's write a book.
For writing the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, grab the mic.
Okay.
And first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Hi, I'm Darshan. I live in LA, in Malibu, and I own a company called Next Health. It's a health and wellness company. We do longevity, health optimization, kind of like your guy that you built that tool
nice.
for. Yeah.
Oh, great. And why don't we talk a little bit about your book? Do you want to?
Sure.
Here we can do a number of things. Mm-hmm. We could. Do you want to order this one just for the hell of it?
Why not?
Is it running?
Are we running?
It should be. Yeah, there it is. Click on that.
So
I just want to show you what's going on.
Can we do two at once?
Well, yeah. What we'll do is I'll interview them.
Yeah, but I mean, you're already recording this on Otter, so it may not do two Otters.
Right? No, just run that because you'll just copy from this. Just click on it and open it up. That's what I meant. Yeah. So again, I'm going to tell you my human workflow. Every single thing I do, I always say to everyone that I talk to or work with, I say, is it okay if I record our conversation? Because most likely during the process, we're going to come up with a really good idea. And most likely, I can give you this transcript. I'll help you make something cool in real time. And you may have a breakthrough, and having a deep conversation is more important than us having to take notes. No one ever says no to that. And then, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a little interview and start working on your book. And we'll create a book cover. We will create the outline of the book, and maybe we'll even work on a chapter.
Okay.
Would that be inspirational? And have you already done some stuff like that?
Yeah, I already have all the chapters written.
Oh, you do?
And also I have a title. But why don't we just start with the title?
We'll test out the title. So how about this? Okay. So Brad's got a little tool. Do you want to do the prompting, Brad, or should I do the prompting and feed it to you?
And like ghost.
You can feed it to me.
Okay, good. All right. Order in the court. Order in the court.
Okay. Before you do that, I actually want to show this other. So for anybody out there who's probably thought about writing a book, but then you think about all the work it takes to even just get it started and get a momentum. This is a small little tool that I built over here. I did this for fun, called a book starter bot. Right? So I'm going to say
here so they can see.
So I'm actually going to use. I'm actually going to use your book.
I'm the only person in the audience.
I'm going to use your book to just show how this would be like if you just had this concept.
Yeah.
So give me a basics of what is this book about?
It's about how to improve your longevity and optimize your health.
Okay, so
extend your longevity.
Oh, okay. How to extend your. Okay, so obviously this is about health and fitness.
Yes.
Who's the intended reader?
It's 40 to 70-year-old men and women that have some disposable income.
Okay. So what's
Basically
let's
the
be
people in this
specific.
room.
Okay. High earners,
Basically all my
high net
friends.
worth. Okay. Yeah. What's the benefit to the reader? Huh? Shameless promotion here.
They will live much longer. They'll extend their health span and their lifespan. Let's put that in there.
Okay.
What's their main pain point?
Scroll up.
Main pain point is
or problem or issue.
They're feeling like they're getting older in their body, their mind, their looks.
They give up.
Except for what's that?
They give up.
They gave up.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. They are getting older.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the AF though. I'm afraid that'll
Send it to a tailspin.
Well, you never know. You know, here we
Yeah, you
go.
never
High
know.
net worth, high earners, high income.
This will be fine for the.
Okay,
for
it
this.
will, okay.
So what style or tone?
Professional.
Just one.
And
We just
empathetic,
pick-
emotional. That's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Let's see that one. Okay,
Let's
so
do that.
what's the thesis or big idea?
There you
like,
go. Yeah, what's
that
going
it's
to make this
possible
thing
through-
special?
Is there a mechanism that makes
Yeah.
your expertise?
Yeah, so I have a 4-step program. It's called, so basically the book name was called Extend, a 4-step protocol to mastering the basics of health, outsmarting the leading causes of death, stopping disease at its root cause, and using the latest in biotechnology to deliver longer health span and lifespan.
How much is it?
It's YPO discount.
Okay, so now when I hit submit, this is also an example of like prompt stacking. So behind the scenes, I've created a fairly simple but stacked prompt that will do a handful of the following, because sometimes it's hard to get those ideas. So here's 3 compelling book and title and subtitle ideas. Life Unlimited, Mastering the Art of Longevity and Health Optimization. Discover the secrets to living longer, healthier, and feel amazing at any age. Ageless Vitality, Forever Young. So it's like title, subtitle, and once more, this is just to get you into momentum and get you an idea. Here's a summary description. In this groundbreaking book, the author presents a 4-step program. I'm not going to read the entire thing. I think you can understand what it's talking about. And then it starts to give a chapter outline. So chapter 1 with 2 sub-chapters underneath it. Chapter 2. And this is really actually well formatted. Whenever I've done this many times, I'm scrolling through quickly just so you can see that it's got, about 7 chapters here. Framework for chapter contents. It's one thing to know the chapter, but if you're not a professional author and don't know how to write it, you might want a framework to structure each chapter somewhat identically, a template. So introduction, core concepts, real life examples, actionable steps, summary and reflection, and additional resources. Now lastly, once more, this is just a demo. I said now write a social media post. Exciting news, discover the path to eternal youth and boundless health and forever young, the 4-step path to lifelong wellness and happiness, written in an empathetic and emotional style. This book empowers 40 and 7-year-olds to live longer, healthier lives, unleash your fountain of youth, etc., etc.
Can you grab that?
You betcha.
And put just the post.
Yep.
And let's pop that, or we could do let's do book covers.
In Midjourney or?
Yeah, let's do a couple book covers. And we're going to show you 2. So again, the idea is, I want to show you a couple examples. Let's do a Dolly, and then we'll do a Midjourney one.
Okay, let's do that.
So I'm just going to explain what you're about to see. So OpenAI, ChatGPT has Dolly built in, which creates art. You just give it a description, say, I want you to create a 3D New York Times bestseller professional health book cover for, and then copy paste whatever the title is. And then scroll up a little bit because they can't see the bottom.
Sorry.
Oop.
Hold on, let me just go back and grab a title here.
Well, let's grab.
Or yeah, what is
title
your
first.
what
was your
title?
subtitle that you originally wanted to do?
It was Extend. What was the name of the title? What was the title of the book?
Is that not EXTENZE?
D.
Saw it at a gas station. Yeah.
Is it just called Extend, or is there a subtitle?
Yeah, there's a subtitle. It's a 4-step protocol to mastering the basics.
Sorry, Mom.
You know that.
So it was hilarious in the locker room. I love you, Sabrina. All right.
Using Dolly, what was the other one you're using?
This is Dolly, and then we're going to show Midjourney. So there's basically, this is another bot. You'll need to shrink it up a little bit. We can't see the whole thing.
Yep, I'm going to bring it back.
Oh, you're going to copy it.
First thing I'm doing is just bring it.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like. And we could say, hey, create 2 or 3 of these. But again, what I like doing is I just come up with an idea. I talk to Oasis. Wow. Okay.
Now, it's a little bit weird with words. It may misspell it, but...
Yeah. So you can always fix that.
Actually,
there are tools that actually fix the spelling, and this is still, remember, it's 1 year old.
Just once again, I think everybody, we keep taking what you, make something better. Let them tweak something to make it better as opposed to just, we just keep taking what you're giving.
By the way,
make it what you want it to be.
And
change it.
Midjourney is another graphics program, so it gives 4, kind of like this. Midjourney is not great at using words, but this is an amazing way if you're working with designers and you don't, it's like I've got a weird concept of it, I'll know it if I see it, and it's really hard to explain it to a designer. You can go in here and say, I like this book, this author's book and this author's book, create something similar, use these colors, etc. And then if you see something close, you go give it to a designer and go, do this, only better. So
I like the Dolly one, actually. Yep. Yeah, okay. So it's a 4-step protocol, so they should add 4 icons and make it more photorealistic.
Okay. And can you tell it, Brad, to use the 4 steps? Did you say the 4 steps? Yeah.
Not in this. It was just a 4-step protocol for mastering your.
Did he have it in the other thingy, or did he grab it or not?
He has it right here.
Okay. Yeah. Just.
I will say it gets hard with especially small and words on the images.
That's fine. Yeah. Let's just do that. Good idea, Ken. All right, and scroll up just a little bit because no one can see the bottom of the screen here. When you're prompting. Oh, that's all right. No, not you. You don't have to get out of the way. You're good. I'm trying to be sensitive to, we don't have a stadium thing here. So I'm going to just tell you while that's doing its deal, how I use this is, again, I talk to Oasis, I come up with a bunch of ideas, and I feed a bunch of prompts into Dolly or this other tool called Midjourney, and I'll get like 3, 4, 5 different ideas, which then I take to, hey, let's do mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen. Not like acid, man.
So I will say that there are aspects of like Dolly that I'm not as expert in, especially when it comes to adjusting existing images. There are ways you can do it. I think you have to use a couple of commands in there that I didn't use, but you can see that it did change some things up. And
just tell it to do 2 more versions, this time in the style of a Wall Street Journal bestseller. So I usually give it, again, just the honest God truth is what I'll do is I'll go out and I'll look at some book covers on Amazon and I'll describe those to it. And it just creates variations.
Given the design ethos, yeah, makes sense.
And then you could put this on Design Crowd, and a real human could take this and
that's
go with
exactly
your idea,
what I was getting
right?
at.
Right.
So I'll come up with 4 things and I'll say, this actually is really close, but make it real.
Is this the same program they use for like creating storyboards for movies and stuff like that, or is that a different program?
Yeah, great question. So the question was, is this what they use to create storyboards for movies?
Images that would be,
Yes. So I'm going to tell you 2 stories to answer that. So I got to meet with the late Norman Lear about 6 months ago. So, and I went in and we created storyboards for some new updated All in the Families, and we built storyboards in real time and created scripts and created a deep fake Archie Bunker. So, and we were using these tools in Midjourney. Yeah, one's not too bad. So there are tools that are built on these frameworks that are specially designed that do storyboards and do a really good job. So it's a whole new platform, or you piece it together with prompts to prototype in real time. So just think of this, ChatGPT and Dolly is like a toolbox that can do an infinite number of things. It's not a specialist unless you know how to prompt it. They're really smart nerds who can do a better job, and it just takes a little training. But it's all built on the same basic brain. Best way to think about it. Okay. So why don't we create, Brad, just to stack this, and we'll pick someone else to do another one. Let's create an entire marketing campaign for this book using that ChatGPT, and then we'll give everyone the tool.
Okay.
Would you like to see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the name.
Then we'll pick another victim. One more? Okay, good. Yeah, we'll pick Sabrina. Yes.
Now, and then you have a practice that teaches, or that, okay.
That's called Next Health.
Okay. So I'll explain what Brad's doing right now. This is something called the GPT. It'd be no different than an app on your phone. It is free. We'll give you the link in the directory we're giving you for the follow-up. And with this tool, you'll see in a moment, go ahead and just hit enter if it's ready. If next project called Next Health, yeah, let's see what happens. A book called Extend, 4-Step Protocol for Mastering Your Health, leads to a health practice called Next. I mean, it's like a ridiculously simple prompt.
The plugin's called All-in-One Marketing?
Yep, and we'll give you the link. Because there's probably a bunch of them called All-in-One Marketing, and like 8 of them will suck, and one of them may be good. We did not create this one.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing it's doing is it's saying, the target audience is primarily individuals seeking a transformative health by the way, the only thing I gave this, the only input was up here.
Let's do one with all the data from his prompting. Can you copy your blob of stuff from your bot? Let's grab all the stuff that you gave it earlier and see what it does with that. Or isn't that?
Well, I don't even know. I don't know if we need to, because I think it's gonna with something like this, it's gonna get it, and that's actually, I think, more impressive when you see how much it understands contextually who you're talking to. So it'll say they're frustrated with one-size-fits-all solutions, overwhelmed with contradictory health and wellness information online. They want a personalized approach. They struggle to balance health and a busy lifestyle. They're concerned about aging and maintaining long-term health. They're seeking ways to prevent chronic issues. They want a comprehensive yet easy-to-follow health plan, personalized adaptable health strategies, etc. Now, I believe this next piece is a mini sales letter. Engaging in high-converting marketing copy. Discover your path to lifelong wellness with Extend. In a world saturated with fleeting health trends and conflicting advice, Extend, a 4-step protocol for mastering your health, emerges as your guiding star. This isn't just a book, it's a journey towards a healthier, more vibrant you. Unraveling the mysteries of health step by step. It breaks down complex health concepts into 4 digestible, actionable steps. Each is crafted.
Any of this relevant to you, Darshan, or would it be a starting
This
point?
would be the marketing plan that I would write for it.
Okay.
It's very
I think,
good.
Darshan, you should add author's background.
Yeah.
You put your name and just 3 or 4 expertise, and then it will add it in there. I think it'll be really
absolutely.
And add the chapter plan too. So even adding that would probably further refine it. Yeah, absolutely.
So now we've got a social media video ad script. So imagine, and it says scene 1, camera pans over a serene morning landscape, sun is rising, voiceover. Imagine starting every day feeling rejuvenated and in control of your health. Then a close-up of the Extend book, introducing Extend, a 4-step protocol for mastering your health. Montage of individuals practicing different health routines. A revolutionary approach to transform your daily routine. Yep. Now we've got some SEO optimized hashtags. Now we have an email marketing campaign.
Let's do one more.
Let's do another one.
Can this on your other tool you uploaded a video that it read? Can you just do this as well? Can ChatGPT watch a video, understand what it's saying?
Yes.
So you could upload a video to ChatGPT as well.
Yeah, we could go on and on. I've got a bunch of other tools. So one of them, for example, we have a tool called, let's pass the mic over here, and then let's bring up Sabrina. Let's give him a hand. And Morgan's got a question, so if you have the mic. There's a product called Cast Magic.
What's it called?
Cast Magic.
Like casting?
Yeah, it will look at an entire podcast and like listen to it, and then write all of the outbound emails, all the social media copy. It'll even break it into chunks. So
does anybody here have a podcast or a YouTube show or anything like kind of content that they create on a consistent basis?
We'll bring them up.
Great.
Yep.
So in this case, you simply either upload your show or it just automatically feeds it in. On this page here is just the transcript. But when you click over to AI content,
shrink it just a little bit. It's a little bit too big.
It looks like it has.
So you have to grab.
So Cast Magic can take something that's finished content.
Yep.
And do what with it?
Oh, you're about to see right here.
Yeah. What it will do, well, while it's doing that, let me, there we go. So it
it's
comes
generated
up
titles.
with titles for the podcast based on the content. So it came up with like 10 ideas, all the keywords that are valuable used in that podcast. And then it writes an intro based on that. So if you wanted to record an intro after you finish the recording,
or put this, like if you have let's say you have a blog where you put the podcast recording there and you just want to say, what is this all about? So somebody reads it. It says, well, we're exploring this. In this episode, we delve into the $1 trillion mindset with Mike. So this would almost, think about it as a blog introduction about what this is. Then we have a timestamped overview. This is a short episode, so we've only got about 4 timestamps, but it tells you at what point Mike is talking about various things.
Right?
Questions?
Go ahead, Morgan. Ask the question.
I was going to ask you, how many of these tools are using similar data sets to generate the results? Are they all using different ones? Are they?
Yeah, that's a really good question. The best way to answer the question, there are hundreds of thousands of large language models now. So if you think of OpenAI as one, Claude is another. The best thing that ever happened to the world of AI, some would say it's worse, but it's like you never want one guy to have the gun. Depends on your point of view, right? But in this particular case, the cat's out of the bag. There are lots of open source large language models that have been trained on, let's call it, the almost entirety of human knowledge. No one controls it, but the best ones are the ones that have the most money. So for right now, Bard and Google, Microsoft/OpenAI, and Meta, which is open source, by the way, that's Llama, are the biggies, but there's a whole bunch of other ones. So the answer is a lot of them, and there are some that are specialized for writing code. Some are really good at language. None of them right now do math really well. But
How ironic.
yeah, it's
one thing machines can do.
This is a philosophical question. Just imagine this thing is rediscovering. This, in a way, is the evolution of a new life form. Again, we can get deeply philosophical over a cocktail or two, but there's some pretty remarkable things going on. This is, I think we're going through a massive, fascinating evolution.
So you're using other people's stuff. So what do you and your business do? Let's create a business plan.
A business plan. I don't want to pitch. I want to do one more, and then I'll answer that question if that's cool. I know that there's things you're not supposed to do in YPO. I don't know what the rules are.
We'll do one short one, then we're gonna.
Yeah, then we'll get cocktails and dinner. Okay. Do you want to do something, Sabrina?
What do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's. We can work on anything you want to create. You're super creative. Do you want to invent something? Come on up here, though. We got to grab the mic.
We can brainstorm. We can create
something visual. Oh, you want to do a song?
I've also got. I've got Opus clips.
Say what again?
I've got Opus clips. If we want to razzle dazzle, I don't know.
Let's do a quick. Let's just do something super creative. I'm going to walk you through it. I don't know if you've done Suno before.
I haven't, but
I'll do it with you. And so here's what we're going to do. Let's do ChatGPT.
Okay.
What's something that you're really fascinated, interesting, or excited about? Could we talk about the thing that just happened? No? Okay, something else. Let's pick something else. All right, I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Now everybody's going to be asking her later.
Anyone yet,
Okay, great. So let's do something. Yeah, what are you inspired or interested in right now? What really would light you?
Spirituality.
Okay, spirituality. And what specifically? Give me a 30-second tidbit. And if you would, Brad, why don't you start? Let's do Oasis, run it in the background, and Sabrina's going to talk briefly about spirituality. We'll have it write some lyrics, and then I'm going to take that transcript and do something. I'll just show you this, okay? Just make something up, but I just want to see the possibility potential. So,
but if you're going to do that, come over here so that it can.
Yeah, come over here next to the microphone, and just talk to us about spirituality.
So 4 noble truths from the Buddhism. Starts with all humans suffer. That's noble truth number 1. And the reason why we suffer, the noble truth number 2, is because of our clinging desires in our heart. So once you know what the clinging desires are and what your noble desires are, the noble truth number 3 is you can let them go. So through cessation, which is truth number 3, then you can have a path to nirvana. That's noble truth number 4. Once you have the path, you can design the life of a balance that has health, wealth, self, and love.
I want you to tell me, why is that so profound and meaning to you, and why are you emotionally connected by that?
Because that just explains a lot of my life through all the adversity and the trauma and difficulties that I had to go through. That very simple process have given me where I am, and I was able to find from poor to wealth to trauma to love and everything that I have really built in my life.
Thank you.
Got it?
That was great. All right.
Hopefully you got it this time.
Right.
Oh no, hold on, it's doing the same.
Okay, grab it from Otter.
My
okay?
Korean accent may have not translated exactly.
No, it's all good. So why don't you just grab that whole blob of stuff, and I'm going to show you how you work with a prompt engineer or you learn how to think and learn this language. So just grab the blob. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Scroll, scrub, scrub, scrub. Boom, boom, boom. Great. Good. All right. Good. Okay. All right. Let's see if it copies. All right. Now put that into ChatGPT, and here's the prompt we're going to do. And who is your favorite musical artist?
Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris, yes. Okay. So I want you to take this transcript and create a...
Isn't Calvin Harris a little bit more EDM focused, not as lyrical?
Not EDM, I mean not a little bit.
Right, but it's not so much EDM. Like lyric.
Oh, okay. Think of a lyrical artist.
Like a songwriter or somebody who sings, like a singer.
John Lennon.
All right, so yeah, I want you to take this and write a ba-ba-ba-ba-ba song in the voice of John Lennon.
Like Hey Jude.
Like Hey Jude, okay, good. John Lennon and the song Hey Jude. And I want you to come up with 5 inspiring, provocative, emotional song titles. Okay?
Ready?
All right, let's hit. And by the way, that prompt, that transcript is not perfect. It does a pretty good job, even with kind of, ugh.
But Otter has all the timestamp, right? Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I think the point is it doesn't need to be perfect. It
doesn't.
understands
Okay.
it, filters
Let's
it
just
out.
see what it says here. In the heart of the silent whispers lies the truth so deep and profound, and the echoes of our longing a path to peace is found. Okay.
Hey, seeker, don't make it bad.
Embrace the pain.
Now you want to take it to
You'll
Suno?
be glad. Okay, yeah. Grab this, and no, here you'll have to go in. Let me show you where Suno is. All right.
That's Midjourney.
Midjourney, I know, but Suno is
it's in Midjourney.
here. Yeah, it's right here. I'm gonna scroll up.
Are you at Midjourney right now?
I am in
Discord.
Yeah.
Discord is a messaging app that is horrible, but
I don't like Discord.
I don't know. I like if you're 16.
Okay, this is the nerd part of the show, but at the moment, actually, I think there's a Suno. Just a second here. I gotta do direct. Oh, here it is. Suno. There it is. Okay. So this is a bot that makes music. And I'm going to grab your lyrics, and I just type in the word chirp. And it's going to come up with a little pop-up, and I say, describe the type of music. Beatles. John Lennon, Beatles, Hey Jude. Okay? Now, the lyrics, I'm going to go back over to our little prompt here and just grab the first words that popped up. Okay, so the verse and the chorus.
Oh, you got more than that?
I know. I'm gonna first day with the new hands. Okay, copy. pasty. Get rid of the chorus word here. All right, hit submit. Now, in about 30 seconds, this thing's gonna compose 2 songs for us, and it's gonna write the music, compose the music. It's gonna create a voice.
Right. Can we do female voice?
Well,
we did give it John Lennon, so it may. I mean, yeah, you can do that. But
do it again. Type in chirp. Yeah. Okay, /chirp, and then paste in the lyrics, and then you got to do it and hit enter. /chirp, and then hit enter. There you go. Do it again.
Sound like John Lennon's voice if it's a female.
Well, here's the deal. It'll kind of suck, and it won't be great the first time, but then you re-prompt a couple times to stack it.
Wouldn't it be better if it did the male voice? So you'd see if it sounded like John Lennon.
Well, that's what we did the first time, and then we're gonna do a lady voice. You know, why not? We're making stuff up. Lady's voice. There you go. That's right, Mo. Yeah, we'll do the Stooges. Why not? All right. Now, let's see if it's done yet.
Did it do the other one? Or is it still going?
Still going. All right. I know, we're getting to the end here. So in a moment, that'll be our grand finale, and then we'll hang out as long as you want, answer your questions, and make stuff up.
And also, I think it would be really important to show people how to customize your ChatGPT.
Oh yeah,
I can do that.
I don't know
real quick.
if you guys know how to do that. You know, you can just go.
Yeah, we can do that after. Totally.
It doesn't sound like John Lennon, though.
Does not at all. Didn't say it was perfect. Okay, do the second
They're better. I don't think most musicians have too much to worry about.
No,
yet.
This is about 4 months old. It's not great, but again, I like to have a first draft.
Stealing Dan, not stealing Dan.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, well, I'll do a quick wrap up with you. Let me get to the last thing, and then I'm going to let you go so we can get some cocktails and have some deeper conversations. And if you want, what I would be more than happy to do is, here, I'll do this. I'm happy to do a follow-up webinar if you want to go deeper. My team and I, the answer to your question is, we do fractional, we build bots, we've consulted this, we've got training programs, we just help people be more productive, and I build and create about 20 businesses a year now. I hate running them.
Bring AI solutions to companies.
We build entire businesses and brands in a week. That's our unique ability. And we use AI to do it, and without AI, we couldn't possibly do what we do. Yeah.
Quick macro question.
Sure.
So you're
Microphone?
30-year-old. Just kind of overarching question. You're a 30-year-old kid sitting in Portland, Oregon, and you want to make your business better or whatever. Somebody told you, your dad or somebody told you AI is going to really help you. What do you do? How do you go find out help? How do you get there?
Yeah. Here's what I would do if I had a business, didn't have the foggiest idea where to start, and this is whether or not I'm in the equation, okay? This is just like me being real with you. Number one, the fastest way to get your hands dirty is to find a fractional AI consultant. And the way they work usually is they just meet with you, and they'll, for like 2 hours, and you go, here's my business, here are my dreams. You know, I ask the basic questions. Where do you want to be in a year? What's your biggest opportunity? What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest pain in the butt that's just driving you nuts? And you fix it on the spot and build a solution that's replicable inside your company. It's just getting your head around what's possible, and it starts from the top. It doesn't start from the bottom up, okay? The other thing is there are great training programs that are available for teams and for executives. And again, I believe it starts with the founder first. You've really got to walk in with the vision and say, this is okay. You're not going to lose your job. I want to make you better and more productive. Now, in the case, I've mentored a lot of young people because, again, being real with you, my kid was so freaking anxious, depressed, medicated, positively in an absolute crap spot. And my wife and I did everything. She grew up in a slum in New York. I grew up poor in Minnesota. Like, we had nothing. And we didn't do anything wrong. And this is a hard time for young people. And, you know, I talked to everyone's parent. My son started doing some AI, saw me speak, and I asked him some questions live, and they saw this engagement, and they asked him if he would help them. He got paid like $50 an hour, and the lights started to turn on. And then he started asking more questions. And then I said, let's write a book together. And I had parents reaching out to me and go, like, if my kid would just do that. And the answer is, you've just got to see a bigger, better future and see a way to get there. And this is a great tool that inspires people. And so that's my emotional answer to the question. It's just like, you gotta feel useful. And this makes you more useful faster.